Alright guys, so we're back on Piccabeen Bay, and we're going to be continuing our search for the albino water buffalo that I've been looking for over a year now. It's been a while since we've been out here grinding for water buffalo, and I got a suggestion to do a water buffalo 10-point hunt like ages ago. So that's going to be what we're doing today. But just quick, I want to go have a look at the patch notes for today's update. As I'm sure you guys are aware, we just got brand new daily missions, which is kind of a cool concept. And there's some neat things that came with them. So we're going to go have a look at the patch notes. I'll link the patch notes down in the description as well if any of you are interested. So basically everyone has a cycle of daily missions, and everyone's cycle is the same. They use the same format. We all have different missions for the most part. I would imagine there's probably a pretty good pool of potential missions to avoid having repeats. But there's actually some pretty cool things about these that are different than regular missions. The one big one is the fact that none of these missions require any specific weapons or equipment, and the other thing that's kind of unique is the fact that you can't have someone else shoot the animal for you and then you harvest it. The animal has to be killed by you, assuming that the mission requires you to kill an animal. And the other neat thing is, for every cycle you complete, the cycle being 16 days, your rewards increase by 10% for each cycle you've completed, which is kind of it's not as good as it sounds, because a cycle is 16 days. You have to really grind your missions to get that up to your 2 times, which is the cap. But anyway, they're kind of neat, and then you can resume your streak. I'm not sure how much these cost. I didn't actually check in the store, but I would imagine they're relatively cheap. Regardless, they're kind of cool. I might play around with them a little bit. My first mission today was to spot a lynx, so I didn't feel too ambitious about going to do that. But it's definitely a cool concept, and we might play around with them a little bit in the future. But for now, let's get to our water buffalo video. Alright guys, so we got our first water buffalo of the hunt. He's nothing special, but he'll be a good first test subject for the 10-point on water buffalo. I don't really use the 10-point much at all, so I'm not sure I'm going to go for the headshots, just because I'm unsure of my accuracy. And the double lung certainly seems like a better option. The 10-point has really good penetration, so I have no doubt that if I can set that shot up, that it'll easily pierce both and take a water buffalo down. But we'll see. Usually sidestepping them when they charge isn't a big deal. I don't think I've loaded this thing yet, which, okay, no I have. Okay, perfect. Just see. Yep, sidestep them just like that, and there we go. Perfect. That seems like not a bad way to go forward with this. I'll try a couple brain shots, because that's my traditional method on them, but that worked pretty good. I'm happy with that. What do we got for a score? 190, not bad. For how dumb these things are, they pay pretty good actually, 54 GMs. Not bad at all. We'll find one with a little more hardware on his head, hopefully, though. And who knows, maybe today's my day for the albino water buffalo. I started this grind back in August of 2019. So, a long time. It's about time that I put it to an end, I think. There's a nicer water buffalo, and he's not too happy with me. I think I am going to try the brain shot on this guy. And let's just get him to square up right here. And night-night. Perfect shot, right through the brain. 235. Not a bad water buffalo, but far from that trophy mark. But we're making progress. We're upgrading. These are good things. We'll keep looking. I want a 270 plus, if nothing else. Usually I can usually get a 270 plus. They're not that hard to find, in my opinion. I've been hunting them for over a year, 1,500 harvests. But anyway, that's the goal. Well, I mean, the goal is an albino, but the reasonable goal is a 270 plus. I've only just crested that last hill, and we've already got a water buffalo that's going to be an upgrade. He doesn't look like he's too big. I'm going to give him maybe low 240s. But he's still an upgrade, which is nice. I think I'm going to go for another double lung shot on this guy. But I'll take whatever he presents. We'll see. If he turns right around to face me, I'll brain shot him. But if he does kind of a quarter turn like that... Oh, I guess I was holding the mouse button when he came around and it fired the second the sight came up. That's a difference between crossbows and bows. With a vertical bow, for some reason you can hold mouse button, and then the arrow will fly when you release the mouse button. But with a crossbow, the second you click, the arrow goes off. Which is interesting and kind of annoying when you're a vertical bow hunter like me and then you get a crossbow in your hands. And that same mechanic doesn't really work for you. But anyway, I guess we'll track him down. The Lungblood's pretty good, he's losing health pretty quick, so hopefully he doesn't go too far. There he is, laying down to die. He didn't go too far, that's only 150, 200 meters from where we shot him, I would say. And maybe a little bit further. More like 250. I was chasing him a little bit though, so that would explain the little extra distance that he probably wouldn't have gone otherwise. I think he might have actually just died though. Looks like his head went down. No, I can still spot him. His head didn't go down, it just whipped around in a neck-breaking angle to come look at me. His head just like switched sides in a second. What is going on? Oh, that was actually funny. His head was like cranking back and forth as I moved on either side of him. 252, he was actually bigger than I thought. 89 GMs. Still not our 270, but not bad. I'm happy with that. We'll keep looking. Usually the best spot on this water buffalo route is this little area right here. I don't know why, but they congregate right here. And that's probably where we're gonna find some big ones. And that's where I expect my albino will be when I do finally run into it. Usually it's pretty slow from here to there, so that's probably the next place we'll end up. But you do get the odd nice one in between there. They kind of roam all the way through the swamp. So that's the plan. We're gonna run through the swamp, head to that area, and see what's waiting for us there. Okay, so we're in our little water buffalo zone at the end of our route. And there's not a whole lot here. I've seen 3 so far. 2 of which are trying to kill me. I like to run through this zone just because I'm looking for an albino water buffalo and I'd hate to shoot one and then spook the albino off. Oh, god damn it. I just saw that big one too. I didn't get a spot on it. I was trying to avoid dying. And dying is what happened. I'm gonna fast travel down here. And I'll go back up there and see if I can track that nice one down. We've arrived back on our death scene, and I believe that's the water buffalo that we saw. I have the track of the water buffalo we saw because I found the bedding track. So we'll see if it matches up when we shoot this guy. I think I can probably just shoot him from here, to be honest. This thing has really good penetration. Yeah, that was pretty sweet, actually. Not that usually a bow wouldn't be able to penetrate both lungs at 25 meters, but on a water buffalo that thick, oh wow, we got double lung and heart. And that was a pretty good distance guess as well. 245, not bad. Not as big as our last one, but actually better than I expected from him. And I didn't even check. We'll see if the tracks disappear. But there's a track from, yeah, that was him. Okay, well, he wasn't as big as I hoped, but like I said, didn't get a spot on him. That wasn't a bad score. We're gonna have to do another run though, because that wasn't that great. We didn't see, well, I saw quite a few water buffalo, there just wasn't enough quality there. So we'll fire up Piccabeen again and see what else is waiting for us on this same route. We've just reset the map and we've already got a really nice water buffalo right across the river from our tent. And we're gonna run over there and see if he wants a 10-point bolt for breakfast. Not sure how I'm really gonna approach this one. Might go for another brain shot. All just depends on what he presents, I guess. Might even go for another long shot if he doesn't alert to me right away. We'll see. Let's just get over the crest of this hill, and if he hasn't started looking at me yet, we'll try a longer shot for the double lung. And I can't really get a clear shot there. But it doesn't look like he really cares that I'm here yet. Oh, nope, now he's mad. That should be a pretty good setup for a brain shot if he comes right at me. Yep. Just like that. Perfect. That arrow went into his face and went all the way down to his liver. That's pretty insane penetration. That's That's got some serious power behind it. I might actually have to start using the Tenpoint more often after seeing that. That's kind of nuts, but 249. That's one of the better water buffalo we've killed so far. Not our real monster, but almost broke that 250 mark. 87 GMs. I'm happy with that. Pretty nice water buffalo, but we're gonna keep looking. Alright, so I spent hours searching just so that I wouldn't have to eat my words. And that looks like probably our 270 plus, with a 265 to 290 estimate. The chances of him not being 270 are pretty slim. He looks pretty good. I'm gonna give him 272 is my guess. 278. That's a really nice water buffalo. We'll take a trophy shot of that. And that doesn't look too bad there. We'll take that picture. We're gonna sell him. Normally he'd be a mount-worthy water buffalo, but when you're me and have over 6 280 plus water buffalo, you don't really need too many more 270s kicking around. So that's the end of this video. Looks like the elusive albino water buffalo is gonna continue to elude me for a little longer. But anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys in the next one.